It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. A good one looming in one of the tougher divisions in football. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, this division, year in, year out, man, it is physical, it's tough, and it's always tight at the top. You get here one more year, and you look at everybody, and you can make a case that this could be a team that can make a playoff run.
Yeah, and especially the case, Mike, that last year, 3 of the 4 teams made the playoffs, the only exception being the Cincinnati Bengals, who went 9-8 without their star quarterback Joe Burrow down the stretch. So here you are going into this year. All 4 of these teams are legitimate playoff contenders, and when you look around the league, I'm not sure there's another division with a straight face that I'd be willing to say that.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from Cleveland. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the former #1 overall pick back in the 2015 draft, former Heisman winner as well, Jameis Winston.
We're talking about a true gunslinger, Mike. I mean, this brings us back to the Brett Favre days. Every time this guy lets it loose, you're not sure which team's going to end up with it, but it's going to be exciting. There are times where you got to hold your breath, and let's not forget, this guy was the first overall pick for a reason. He's got the arm talent. That's undeniable. When he's playing well, his teams have a chance. He needs to eliminate some of the negatives because when he's on, man, he is fun to watch. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. We'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez, to punt for Cleveland. Tylan Wallace deep for Baltimore. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the Ravens' big-ticket free agent acquisition. It's Derrick Henry. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion comes Andrews. Off the play fake, Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Taking off. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
It is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this 4th down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Browns offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle's made at the 23-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's a 2nd and 9. A 2nd down throw for Jameis. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Jackson now. A pass pulled in by Henry. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Jackson looking to throw. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's got room at the 30. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And a short pickup down inside the 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, on comes the 7-time Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, for the Ravens field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Chubb. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Winston. That one on target to Moore. It's a gain of 12 there. It's a Browns 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Second down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Here's 1st and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Ravens out front. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. On 1st down, it's Winston. This throw left is complete with Judy. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. On the zone read, they hand it to Chubb. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll go with Chubb. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. To throw is Winston. That is hauled in at the 5. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They send the tight end in motion. Here's Chubb. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. Here's Jameis. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns move out to a 7-3 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll get this out to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long. Back to throw, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Again, it's Jackson. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson up top again. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the option, they give it to Henry. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Bateman is the motion man. On 3rd down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Raven first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Second down, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6 because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for, but in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Pierre Strong on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Winston looking to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On 2nd down, Winston. Looking deep here for Tillman. He's got it! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Chubb. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Two minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Out of the gun, it's Winston. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. A 2nd down throw for Jameis. And he'll take it on in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns will take a 14-6 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Tylan Wallace now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. A 1st down throw for Jackson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. First and 10. No motion over Flowers. Play action now. Jackson. That's complete to the veteran Nelson Aguilar. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
To the tight end, Likely. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. to the air one more time with Jackson. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. They'll start out first down and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw, here's Winston. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, it was the veteran Jameis Winston just doing his thing. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
In motion comes Andrews. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain down by 1.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Browns offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Throwing, Jameis. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Winston. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. Second and a yard. Quick throw taken in by Judy. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Here's Jameis. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming. and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now give to Chubb, running right. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and long. To throw is Winston. That's complete on the tight end screen. Fourth down, Dustin Hopkins now for the Browns field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. This returnable for Wallace. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Off the play fake, Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Again, it's Jackson. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Bateman is the motion man. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Jackson now. That is caught, and he's in. Mark Andrews, touchdown Ravens. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, this is strong. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense and Jameis Winston getting set to go to work again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Winston. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's taken in by Chubb. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline, it really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A 2nd down throw for Jameis. That'll be taken in by Moore. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On first down, it's Winston. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He's got it inside the 5. To the goal line and in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns have taken a 4-point advantage. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. This returnable for Wallace. Oh, he'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. In motion comes Andrews. Second down, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll try and run for this with Henry. On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Winston to throw on 1st down. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 6. Moore going in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. We'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Wallace now on the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They'll run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting and waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Once again, it's Chubb. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Cleveland.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. Into the secondary again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. This throw left is complete with Judy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll run right here with Chubb. And I don't know, I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll run for it. It's 4. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. This returnable for Wallace. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. A 1st down throw for Jackson. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
In motion comes Andrews. 3rd and short, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here's 1st and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Taking off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up here on second down and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Third and 6. A run up the middle with Chubb. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. 1:54 to go. So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. On the zone read, they hand it to Chubb. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Browns. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who were giving them much of a shot coming in. But they rode the energy of this home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball. They're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The dog pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.